We are going to talk about symbiotic relationships today. Remember the essential question up at the very top, how do biotic and abiotic factors influence the environment? And y'all should be thinking about that throughout the whole thing. Our learning target, I drew a target for y'all, is identify examples of symbiotic relationships and determine how predator-prey relationships affect one another. So we'll be looking at all. So first things first, there are 4 types of symbiotic relationships: mutualism, predation, competition, and parasitism. So we'll be looking at all 4 of those. Mutualism, it's when both animals benefit. It's a plus. Alright, so it's good. Examples: when an oxpecker lands on rhinos or zebras and eats ticks and other parasites that live on the skin. Alright, obviously these guys don't want parasites, so these birds will eat those parasites and they get full and aren't hungry anymore, and the zebras get rid of their parasites. Alright, and these are just examples, there's plenty of them. Alright, another one would be when bees get pollen, they make honey from that, while they also pollinate flowers so that they may reproduce. So the flowers get to reproduce through the bees, and the bees get to make honey. So it's obviously a mutual relationship. Next one, predation. When a predator eats prey, it's a positive negative. Obviously the predator is a positive, he gets to eat, but the prey is not so good because they got killed. Here's an example of that. You got some lions eating what looks like maybe it's a water buffalo. I really don't know what it is. I think it's a water buffalo here, but they're obviously going to take that one down. So that would be a predator-prey relationship. Competition, when 2 individuals or species compete for the same resources. In America, competition is good. It drives prices down, but in the ecology and ecosystems, it's bad. They're both harmed. Alright, so I found this little comic. Thought it was cute. When a little flower lives underneath a huge tree, it isn't easy to get the sunlight, which is very important for photosynthesis. So it says, it isn't easy living in your shadow. And the bottom right has 2 wolves, and they obviously are in competition over that, what's left of that animal there, maybe a deer, looks like. So there's only a little bit left of meat, and so you got one alpha male who's going to be able to get it, while the other male or female may not be able to eat that, so I have to find something else. So again, competition is not good. It's when both are harmed. So it's a negative-negative relationship. Right? Parasitism is when a species lives off other species causing harm. It's a minus positive, or the same thing, positive, negative. One harmed and the other one benefits. Alright, we can have mosquitoes, they're parasites, they benefit off of our blood. That's not good for us. In many ways, we can get diseases, etc. Ticks, same thing. They're a parasite. And then I put a nice little picture of a tapeworm there, so you think about that. If you get undercooked meat, you may get the benefit of having a tapeworm in your intestine, and they can live there for years. You may never know. Could kill you, just saying. But, that is a parasite. So, not normally, you're not going to get it. But anyways, parasites, again, live off of a species, and it's not good for that species. So, it's a negative, positive, or positive, negative, however you want to say it. Alright, we're supposed to look at the predator-prey systems. Alright, so every time you see a predator-prey graph, it's going to look like this. You have your hare, which is in green, that's this little bunny here, and you have a lynx, and that's like your little bobcat thing. And as you can see, the green starts off going first. It gets high in numbers, so that means that there are a lot of them, so approximately like what, 11,000 of them right here. And then after they start growing really well, the predator always follows, because if there's enough food, then that means they can reproduce and more babies and stuff will be able to live. But once lynx get really high number, then they eat too much of the hare, so the hare takes a really far drop. And when they drop, the lynx follows soon after. So the predator always follows the prey. And so you have an oscillation. That's what this is called, an up and down segment. That's called an oscillation. And just remember that when the hare is up in numbers, then the lynx will be up following that. When the lynx gets up too high, the hare will drop back down because they can't survive. There's not enough. Alright, and then the lynx will drop down. And it's always a lower drop for the lynx because there's less of them. Remember that whole energy flow. There's always less predators than there are prey. Alright guys, that's it.